Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another month of subscription box unboxings where we've got 5 boxes to unbox this month. These are the December boxes. I know that it's been a while since I've done one of these and you know, the Christmas period and things like that and illness have meant that I've had to put this off, but finally we're doing the December boxes and then hopefully every single month after this will be on time. For those who don't know, these are subscription boxes where you pay your money every month and they send you a lot of geeky goodness. And we'll see what's in them and rate them, and all the ratings and scores will be at the end as always. So first up, as always, is Loot Crate. The theme for Loot Crate for December was Revolution, so we'll see what is in this one and see what it ties into. The first thing that I see is Assassin's Creed. It's an Assassin's Creed pop vinyl. Slightly open, there we go, closed. Assassin's Creed pop vinyl. It's a Loot Crate exclusive, as you can see there. Exclusives are always good, as I always say, because if you get an exclusive, it means that the only way to get it was by having the box, so it adds a bit of value to it. The box is a little bit damaged, which is a bit of a shame. It must have just got a little bit crushed or something. And it's been a long time since we've had a pop vinyl in a Loot Crate. It has been a long time. They've decided to go away from those for quite a few months now and have put different things in them, different figures and things like that. So pop vinyls are back, the Loot Crate exclusive pop vinyls are back, and I think they're good figures. I don't mind them. And it's always good when you do get something that isn't exclusive and the only way to get it was by having the box. We'll have a look at the t-shirt next. So that is the Loot Crate t-shirt for December. It's based on the show Mr. Robot. I need to watch that. From everything that I've seen, it's a really good show. But yeah, quite a nice t-shirt, and I think for fans of the show and people who have watched it, which, you know, I'm surprised that I haven't, I might, but it's a nice design and it fits in well with that. Next up, we seem to have quite a significant book. And it's always quite interesting when we get books in these boxes. I wonder if this is what caused the previous item, the pop vinyl, to crush a little bit, because this is quite heavy. It's a hardback book, Figure Fantasy, the Pop Culture Photography of Daniel Picard. Okay. So, I mean, that's quite interesting. It's a full hardback book filled with photography from this one person who seems to take various figures, superhero figures, things like that, and place them in real world locations, just doing random real worldy type stuff. Quite interesting, and it's a good solid hardback book, and I wonder if this has fallen and that's what crushed the pop vinyl box a little bit. Loot Crate exclusive, obviously, as well. Pretty much everything you get in Loot Crate boxes these days is an exclusive. I like that. That's really nice. And yeah, really nice item for in one of these boxes. I'm well impressed with that. Next up is the pin. You get one of these every month. It's got a little bit of extra DLC with it. This one is an Assassin's Creed pin. Probably a good pin for those who like the Assassin's Creed series. It's just a pin, I guess, and I quite liked it when they used to fit these pins into the theme of the box. Obviously, it's Revolution, but it's Assassin's Creed branded pin, I guess you could say, rather than it being a specific Loot Crate collectible pin. We'll see what the DLC was that you got with that. So the downloadable content that they call it that you got with the pin, nothing special really, just an excerpt from a new Assassin's Creed book, novel, so not that special to be honest. The final item that we have is Firefly Independence Patch. I mean, I'm gonna like this because I love Firefly. I can't. It baffles me to this day why it was cancelled. But normally I don't like patches, and I suppose this is no different. You know, that the use of a patch is nothing special to me. But it's a nice item. This patch was created using the original artwork files from the TV series Firefly. So you know, it's an accurate representation of the patch from Firefly, so that's nice. You know, it's a little bit extra. It's not just the patch itself. You tend to get sort of the patch itself in these boxes just thrown in there with all the other stuff. This is actually presented a bit nicer. Again, Loot Crate exclusive, as it says on the front there, but it's okay, yeah. And that's it. That's all you've got in this this December Loot Crate. not an awful lot really. You know, the book and the pop figure are high quality items, but apart from that, quite surprisingly little. You know, they can always go two ways. You can either get a small number of high quality items or a lot of sort of lower quality items. We'll see the differences when we go through the other boxes. But yeah, a small number of items in this one. We'll see how it does in the scores at the end. It's always very difficult to get a high score with the way that my scoring works with small numbers of items, but we'll see how it does at the end. So next up is Geek Fuel. Geek Fuel never do a theme with their boxes. This one is no different, and yeah, Geek Fuel is back. They normally do very good boxes. We haven't had them as much in the last few unboxings, but they are back now, so not as well packaged as what it normally is. It's normally a little bit better packaged than this, but anyway, first up, Wizard Wear. So this is interesting. A box in a suitcase style format. I'm imagining that this has something to do with Harry Potter, but we'll see what's in here. And folded up in that was, of course, a Harry Potter scarf. This is actually really, really nice. This is really nice material. It's soft. It feels good. I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Potter, but for any Harry Potter fans out there, I imagine this would be a really, really nice item. I said that it wasn't packaged as well as it normally is in terms of the actual box, but it is nice to get it in something like this. It just adds a little bit to it rather than just, you know, chucking it into the box. So yeah, nice item that. Good start. That is the Geek Fuel t-shirt for this month. Actually came in two colours from what I read. A lighter blue for the female t-shirt and obviously this colour for the male t-shirt. Robocop design. It's a pretty cool design. I like that. You know, that's good. Yeah, no complaints on that. The t-shirts in these boxes are generally one of the things that give you the most value, and then you just get all the extra stuff as well. And they're normally very good t-shirts, so nothing to complain about there. Next up, we've got a... okay, so Geek Fuel have started, I believe, to do their own pins. And this seems to be the second one. I imagine that the first one was last month. This is the Geek Fuel robot. This is like kind of their logo. And it's obviously in R2-D2 style format. There was actually a rare version that you could have gotten as well. Very disappointed I didn't get that. But yeah, they're essentially making their own collectibles, I guess. Doesn't really mean an awful lot to me. I'm not that bothered about it. But, you know, quite interesting. It's, yeah, it would have been nice to have gotten the rare one. Maybe I would have started to collect them. But, yeah, epic enamel. So enamel pin, it's good because it's something a little bit extra. It's not just another pin thrown in there like the loot crate or the other boxes. They're actually doing something with the pins. They're making it out a collectible and doing different variations of their own logo mascot thing. I like that. I like that they're doing something like that. It makes the pin collecting, if that's what you like with these boxes, a bit more fun and interesting. We've also got some gift wrap. We actually got this exact same gift wrap last year in Geek Fuel. I can give them a pass on it because it's their own stuff. It's not as if it's a box where they're giving gift wrap from a different box, as we may have seen in previous unboxings. But yeah, gift wrap obviously with the December box. I guess this is going to be a standard thing for Geek Fuel. Every time we have a December box, they'll give 8-bit gift wrap. I actually used this last year to wrap some things, and I'll probably use it again because it's good quality gift wrap as well. It is good quality. So yeah, I'm happy with that. The game this month is Caveman Craig. I don't know anything about the game. They're never normally that good. You always get a free game every month, a free Steam game from Geek Fuel. They might do something to pass the time. I tell you what, if anyone wants it, you can first person to get it can have it. But yeah, they're all right. You know, it's something a little bit extra if you want to just pass some time playing a new game. And the final item, again, another hardback book like we had from Loot Crate. And this one seems pretty good as well. The World According to Iron Man. There you go. It's a book that sort of from his perspective, Tony Stark's perspective, obviously an official Marvel product. Yeah, really nice. You know, again, it's a nice coffee table book, I guess. They've also got his Masters of Science in Physics and Electrical Engineering. There's all sorts of special features like that in this, I believe, based on what it says at the front. Pop-up things and pop-out things. And yeah, good book. And it's nice to get something a bit different like this in one of these boxes. So good stuff from Geek Fuel. Next up, we're moving on to Super Geek Box. The theme for Super Geek Box this month is Rogue. So does that related to Star Wars maybe? Rogue One? Okay, so I can see something Chewbacca-like already. Socks. Fuzzy Bacca winter socks. They're pretty cute. A Super Geek Box exclusive. They've got the sticker on the back, but that is just a sticker. They've got that is embroidered in them. They're quite nice. They're pretty fun. You know, fluffy socks, Chewbacca. The exclusive ones when it comes to Super Geek Box and that things like that generally are not officially branded, so that's why it's fuzzy Bacca winter socks. But yeah, that's a nice little item. This is the t-shirt design for Super Geek Box for December Rebel. So it is kind of relating to Star Wars and stuff, this box, I guess. In the NASA theme of a logo there. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. It's okay. Yeah, that's a nice t-shirt design. Next up, we've got this Star Wars character bag clip, blind bag thing. These are all the different figures that you can get. This is supposedly Series 1. And I do like it when we have these variety of things in these boxes. So, you know, every single box is going to have a different one of these. It's a blind bag. It's not necessarily an exclusive item, but it does get an extra point for it being having some variety, so that you never know what you're going to get when it comes to this. We'll find out what is in here. And I got Chewbacca. There he is. Look, little Chewbacca with a clip so you can hang him on your bag. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a decent quality item. You get an extra point for having some variety. Nothing too special, but if you like Star Wars, which I do, that's not too bad. Next up is what I was saying earlier when it comes to the patches. You know, when you do get a patch like this, they tend to just be thrown in there. And this, again, it's a Super Geek Box exclusive. It's a pretty cool patch. I quite like that, you know. No to the Death Star sort of thing. If I liked patches and I actually used patches, these boxes would actually give me plenty of stuff to use. But I just never really do that. I never really use patches. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty fun design. The two patches, I'm never normally that interested in the patches that we get from these boxes, but the two that we've had so far in the two boxes have been pretty alright. The pin this month is obviously with the Star Wars theme, Rogue. So, yeah, that is the theme for the box. There's just a bog standard pin, really, nothing too special. And the final item is another Super Geek Box exclusive, the Alliance half necklace. We stand. Okay. So, that is a pretty nice item. It's a proper metallic necklace. I imagine that the other part of that is meant to be like together. So, together we stand. Obviously, it's the Rebel logo from Star Wars. Well, half of it anyway. Again, because it's an exclusive, it's not actually officially branded. I wonder if there's a bit of variety in that. So some people who had the box may get the other half of the necklace. Yeah. So you could have gotten either half of the necklace. United we stand is what it should say. I'll show you the entire thing there. That might score very highly, actually, this item. It's good quality. It's a proper metal necklace. It has the exclusivity. It has the variety. That might score very, very highly. Yeah, it's an impressive item, that. And normally when you get necklaces in these boxes, they're nothing that special. But that one with that bit of variety and it fits in with the theme well. It's a nice item, that. I like that. And that's it for Super Geek Box. Done well there, Super Geek Box. I mean, it probably speaks to me a little bit more because I do like Star Wars, but, you know, who doesn't? So, 3 down, 2 to go, and next up we've got Wootbox. See what's in here this time. Their theme this month for December is energy. So, we'll look at the t-shirt first. So that is the One Up Box t-shirt this month, sort of a Mega Man Christmas crossover. Pretty decent design. Like I said, you can never really go too wrong with the t-shirt designs in these boxes, and they do give you a good portion of the value of the box that you're paying every month. Next up, we've got a Pocket Pop keychain of Batman. Obviously, these Funko Pops come in a variety of different things now. That you've got the main figures that are famous, and then they've got all these little extras. These are keychain variations of them. That's a decent quality little item. It's not going to score as highly as the full-fledged figure, obviously, but it's still a nice item. Interesting colour for Batman there in terms of his suit. I wonder if you could get different colours. I'll look that up. But yeah, nice little figure. That is the pin for this month. Again, just sort of a bog standard pin. They're nothing too special when it comes to the Super Geek Box or One Up pins. One Up Box exclusive next. They make sure that you truly know that this is a One Up Box exclusive by putting it straight on there. We'll see what's in here. I mean, I quite like the fact that it's in a bit of extra packaging in a box like this. So we'll see what it is. Looks interesting. Ooh. I was not expecting that. This is actually really nice. Look at that. It's a golden lightsaber keychain. So it's got, obviously there's the keyring at the end. Whether this is showing up very well on the camera, I'm not sure. I'm trying my best. This is a nice item. I was not expecting that. This is one of the best items I think we've ever had from a One Up Box. That's really nice. It's solid, a solid metallic keychain. An exclusive item as well. That's really nice. I like that item a lot. That's the best item we've ever had from a One Up Box, I think that is. Good stuff. I'm liking that. And obviously the presentation goes a long way as well. If that was just chucked in a bag and thrown into the box, it wouldn't be as nice as getting it in sort of the full plastic in the actual box and unboxing it that way. So, little things like that, they go a long way to just making it a better experience to buy these boxes and open them and have a bit of fun with them. The second to last item is this sort of tote bag. It's usable as a bag, you can put stuff in it. It's a bag. It's a pretty standard, I guess it's a pretty simplistic design in terms of not too much colour or anything, but it works as a bag. It's a nice little extra item. I think you tend to get some sort of filler items in all of these boxes that would count as that, but as a filler item, that's pretty good, I would say. And the final item is just another filler item, which is a Mega Man sticker. And the final box for this month is Wootbox. This is a brand new one. We've never done this before. This is actually a French box. So all of the boxes that we've done so far are American. We've had some British boxes with the Z box and the My Geek box as well. But this is a French box. So the theme for this one is Star Wars. Just flat out Star Wars, not anything else relating to space or things like that. This is just all Star Wars stuff. So should be interesting. Like I always say, all the links for any information about all of these boxes are down below in the description, and there's some discount codes that are down there as well for some of the boxes. But Wootbox, a brand new one. It's fun to try out these brand new boxes and not do the same all the time. First up is a vinyl sticker. Star Wars vinyl sticker, of course. It's pretty difficult to see on the camera, but obviously it's just the Star Wars logo. Stick it on the box, take a picture with hashtag Wootbox and try winning an awesome Star Wars prize. So you can do that if you want. You can stick it on the box and do a fun picture and get a prize, but you can also stick it wherever you want. It's a Star Wars vinyl sticker. It's a sticker, it's okay. We've got another pop vinyl figure, Saw Gerrera from the latest Rogue One movie. Thought it was a pretty decent movie. It was fun. And this is an exclusive as well, Wootbox exclusive, as it says there, so it gets an extra point for that. I wonder what makes it exclusive. Oh, well, I mean, I suppose when you're looking at the back of it, of all the different characters, Saw Gerrera isn't actually listed on there. So yeah, Wootbox exclusive. That's pretty good. I didn't realize that these boxes can sometimes be sort of well-established boxes, like a Loot Crate, for example, that can get exclusives. Some can be sort of startup boxes where they don't really have the ability to get exclusive items specifically made for them. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting that we'd get an exclusive item from Wootbox. So yeah, it's pretty good, and I'm liking the theme so far. I like Star Wars, so all being Star Wars, that's pretty good. Next up, a Rogue One color change glass. Okay, Death Trooper color change glass. Add cold water to change color. Interesting. So we've had color change mugs before in these boxes, in previous boxes. You've got that on one side and that on the other side, I think. Anyway, we'll open it up and have a look. But a color change glass is pretty cool, and you actually add cold water to get it to change color. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool. I like that. Good item. Good items so far. Next up, we've got some coasters, some Rogue One coasters. As you can see there, relating to the actual, they are holographic coasters. We've actually got some of these for the Force Awakens. Like, you got a 6-pack. I wonder if they've bought a load of those 6-packs and just put 2 random ones in each box. I don't know. But yeah, nice. They'll add to our collection of Star Wars coasters, I guess. Nice little filler item. Another filler item next up is a Star Wars Rogue One pin badge. There you go there. So that is the Death Star plans. That's a pretty cool pin design, actually. Is this a Wootbox exclusive as well? It has Wootbox branding on it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. But yeah, that's a nice pin design. That. And the t-shirt is in the bottom in a proper plastic packaging, so that's nice again. Okay, so in addition to being in the plastic wrapping, it's also got the sort of plastic that you have in the middle of a t-shirt normally. Little things like that, they're good, you know. It's not always just about the items themselves, it's about how they're packaged, how they're presented when it comes to these boxes, and things like that I can appreciate because it feels like a proper item rather than just a t-shirt that's been rolled up and thrown in the box. But we'll see what the design is. Again, this might be speaking to me personally a lot more because I like Star Wars, but that is a really cool design. I like that. Solo and Chewie, Millennium Falcon, Mos Eisley boarding. I like that design a lot. That's going to be one of my consistently worn t-shirts, I'm pretty sure. Obviously officially branded as well. Yeah, that's a really cool t-shirt. I like that. This has been a very good box. That's it for the Wootbox. So the one problem about this being a French box is that the magazine that gives you all the information about it is in French. But the pop figure was obviously an exclusive. The t-shirt was an exclusive design as well, like they normally are with these boxes. The Star Wars coasters could have been a variety of different ones, so an extra point there. And the pin was also an exclusive, so yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I wasn't expecting a box to be that good. You know, the first time we get one of these new boxes, you never know what you're going to get. So they've set the bar quite high there. Obviously, we'll see how they do in the scores at the end. But yeah, I'm really impressed with that. It's probably speaking to me a lot because I just like Star Wars. But yeah, some really nice items in there, and really impressed with that one. So that's it. Time to do all the scores. Like always, every single week, I give each item in every box a score. Then that gives the entire box a score, and then we're able to rank each box on how they did in terms of the quality of the items in them, which one would have been most worth your money, and which one was the best for this month. So those scores will come right now. So with Loot Crate, they had one of those months where they get a small number of high quality items. You know, that these boxes can go one of two ways, where you get a lot of lower quality items or a small number of high quality items. And just the way that my scoring works, it's quite difficult to get a very, very high score without having at least some sort of filler in there with only a small number of items. It's very difficult to get those high scores. And yeah, the score that they get of 37 is pretty much an average score for these boxes, I would say, and it's pretty much standard. But I always say that anything over 30 is worth your money, and that's what all of the boxes this month have managed to do. So with Geek Fuel, they did a slightly bit better than Loot Crate in terms of the scoring, but not by much. The two main standout items from both of those boxes were the books. The Iron Man book from Geek Fuel gets an extra point for being having some variety, because you could have gotten Iron Man or Thor, and the hardback book from Loot Crate got an extra point for being an exclusive. And obviously, as you see in the bottom right, those are various different ways to get extra points when it comes to the item scores for the items in these boxes. And the t-shirt from Geek Fuel also had variety as well between the male and the female versions, so an extra point for that as well. But overall, a total score of 39 is very good. Now, Super Geek Box, that is a little bit worse than we saw from Loot Crate in terms of the scoring. A few interesting items. I did like the blind bag with the Star Wars Chewbacca theme, and the necklace was very good as well. That had the variety and the exclusivity. The Chewbacca blind bag had the variety as well. You know, things like that, they do improve the experience of having these boxes, but just not enough there in total terms to overhaul the scores that we've already seen from the other boxes. Now, I think Super Geek Box and One Up Box both share the same problems sometimes. It's not always the case, but they never vary the size of their boxes, so they're always limited in how much they can actually fit in. And because of that, oftentimes they don't have an awful lot of stuff. Obviously, when you compare the sort of the 5 items that we get from One Up Box every month, which is pretty much always the same, to the wide variety of the big boxes from Geek Fuel and Loot Crate, where you get more items sometimes, and the quality of the items in the One Up Box and the Super Geek Box sometimes aren't quite high enough to get those big scores, as I mentioned earlier. But they do still have some very nice items in there every once in a while, like we saw with the Golden Saber as well. Total score of 33, not that great, but still very, very, we're still worth your money. Now, Wootbox is the brand new one this month, and they did very, very good. That's a very impressive score that they get, as you'll see, with some really good quality items. It's pretty much a mix of a decent amount of items and also some very high quality stuff in there as well. And yeah, just a really, really good showing from Wootbox. Unfortunately, I don't think it's available for the US just yet. Like I said, it is a French box, and that may be better for people in Europe, because the prices, as you can see in the bottom left, if you compare them all, are they're pretty much the same in Europe. It is a little bit more expensive for those of us in the UK in comparison to the other boxes, and it's not available at all in the US. But ultimately, they did do the best with a score of 41, and it's a pretty impressive score from a box that is trying to expand into other areas. So good stuff from them. And that's it for the December variation of this unboxing. Let me know what you thought down below. Which one of these boxes would you have rather had? Like I said, all the links for these and all the information for these is in the description. And yeah, feel free to come back next month, and we'll be doing the January unboxings, hopefully a little bit closer to January than the December boxes have been. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for all the support as always, and I'll see you next time.